They're on the hunt, and now that's a bike. I'm not sure if that's going to help a whole lot, but they have 3 FaZe players currently going without vehicles and weapons. And there you go. One finds one, but no, the run over. The run over instantly after. And he gets the gun, picks up Vex. Does he get to go away from it? No, he does. Elio with a double headshot, and just like that, 3 from FaZe down.
What a play! What a play from Navi to start things off.
Look at the circle, James. We'll see it eventually too. What you'll see in the meantime is a lot of vehicles coming down towards the south, because why not kick this one off with a massive hard shift early on? And there goes Brexco vehicle run on over as Yeppa wants to claim real estate. Already now a big change from the previous tournament.
Yeah, definitely so. Oh, that's Yeppa going out very quickly here. As much as Acend lost one early, they are still able to rapidly clean up any breach onto their location. Actually, they'd wrapped around and gone to the back buildings, and Acend had responded in kind. This is the East Bridge, though. Curex is looking for 3 points here. Finds Nixie, gets the finish, and Keanu is going to be belting it across here. Ibby has dismounted. He's going to be looking for an opportunity to finish off Curex. He sees him and will take him out. That's FaZe gone, down in 15th.
Yeah, an annoying loss for Wu, who already took 1 casualty, just then run into, as we were saying, the solo that just wanted the 1 point. And, well, he got it. So Wu down 2. And now we'll see if BBL can find Vard. Flip up close. Doesn't need to do anything. Smash from the shoreline, able to take him out.
Potential fights that they have to do, like Solo and Digital Athletics here, but also then has to Scarpa all the way to west side of military.
Yeah, and this is where the issues arise, because now Marco does find the first one, finds the second with the Org as well, and that is Solo in trouble. But it was looking for a moment like Metralius was the only one on guard duty. Everyone else was looking for pickups. But a lot of interesting plays being put out here with a lot of the new utility vehicles being added to the game. In the meantime, Twisted Minds continuing the fight here towards the southern side, as if they can deal with Olaf Afraid and his team here, they are going to be in a very good south side position.
Definitely so. Lou looking for a few shots on towards Smoke Wall.
With a little bit of help from other teams shooting at him. That's going to happen on his own. Does he? I was just going to save that nade. Lands. That's going to be amazing. 1 falls, 2 falls, and that is going to be all of Smoke Wall down and out.
Yeah, I think you have to go. You definitely got to stop between those 2 teams.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like Acend here is going to be taken out slowly by Exalt. That is actually a really good trade for them, considering that Acend was kind of creeping up on that position. Twisted Minds has gone and darted all the way through into the middle here. Flashes go out. And shots from the MG3 going to start pelting down that position. Everybody just has to prone. And Navi is now opening up onto question mark. That's almost a little bit of a saving move for Twisted Minds for the moment here. Will give them a bit of a reprieve whilst Lou finds Molodoct. The shot's going to still push forwards here. Ferrarist is trying to move forwards with smokes. Don't know if he has any more throwables. Has a flash. Will he be able to work things out? Shots go through against Spiro. He doesn't win the trade. Spiro takes him. Exalt in a lot of trouble.
Everyone is currently fighting everyone. The only one who's able to kind of outlast this fight right now is Ivers, prone on a rock. And now, as you can see here, this ball, this little divot in this hillside is just a magnet for attention. Either you're shooting towards it or it's shooting towards you. I like the fact that Fate tried to grab it up, but now he's kind of in between Twisted Minds and HOWL. Matt landing some nice shots, but just 8 HP. Does he peek it again with 7 bullets too? He does.
Yeah, and he only had 10 on the reload anyway, so it was going to be do it then or nothing, I guess. The Matt here trying to flick around, goes for it. Perfectix now trying to solve the situation here for Twisted Minds. Lu goes down to the Mad. HOWL is outlasting them for just a little bit of time, but question mark has pushed in ferociously into their territory and is completely vaporized. Twisted Minds. Flashes go out from Ruin. Does he have much left? I think Example, yeah, he's going to take him out. There's no way. And it's going to be a 2v2 now. Dante and Besselosh going up against Uber and Example.
That is teams I wouldn't expect to see fighting in 2023. Besselosh is back. And now he's just dealt with Uber. So Example 1v2. He's done it a trillion times before. But can he do it this time around? First pulls a headshot down to just around 50 HP. And question mark comes back swinging. 8 kills and a win. And Smoke Wall hot dropping in an area of the map that I have yet to see fights in. And also, James, there's your military game. And no way, that was a double bonk to the head. And Lyron swings in with a second from the other side of the road.
I think AfterAlt has only got an M24 to his name, so he's going to have to hit a really good shot against an S12K if he wants to make this work, as an ump's been picked up as well. But Code Marco, just run around with the S12K, mate. Just absolutely obliterate someone with only a bolty to his name. A little reposition, and oh no, shots from the opposite side. Lyran as well. Everybody from Smoke Wall is down. What a disaster for them to start off game number 2.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the hot drop as a whole.
Yes.
Why? I mean, they see BBL fly, and I think they have a time in the air where they go, damn, there's a team coming with us, but then, because Exalt is looting where they are, because Primorsk has been taken by question mark, you're limited in your options, while we're seeing Marco, oh, nope, it's going to be Lyron again, finding the third of the game. That's going to be Smoke Wall out. Yeah, I think they were all very eager to do damage, yeah. I think, for a brief moment, and I think, wow, that little bit of help blocking bullets goes a long way. They're currently going for the let's try and get shut at by all the teams on the server challenge, and currently they're doing pretty well. I think they've reached at least half of them, so we'll see now if AfterAlt opts to go over aggressive on this one. They do aggress early on. Danimon, first one to fall. As I don't think a flash will come through. No, not especially not with that nade coming over.
We'll see how that goes. It's Chris still doing the Ascend special, which is ascend to the top of Radio Tower and shoot at everything. Phil first, though, taking a lot of damage from Exalt. They do take down Molodoc. Where's the reinforcing fire? Is it anywhere? But no. Question Mark will shut him down completely. And there's no response here so far from Exalt. How will they respond to it? How do they enter the circle themselves? Because I understand why Exalt loses a member there, as Ascend is still doing Ascend things, as you can see in the picture-in-picture. So Question Mark's going to wrap all the way around to the south, as we have a few nades also raining down in here. Twisted Minds is in quite the position, and is really stuck. If anybody's able to shoot at them from a low ground position as well, they are going to be donezo.
I saw them wrap into this spot, and I was like, what were you guys thinking? There's probably some sort of mastermind plan behind it, and you can see the fact that Mika is currently shooting with a HOWL goes to show how early Ascend opted to commit to the position they're in. They knew that it was going to be prime real estate. And also, I mean, the thing that we haven't talked about, the emergency parachutes, not the pickups, but the fact that you can just pop your parachutes at any given time when you have to jump down makes things a little more easy when you have to get off that hillside late game. Now, FUT Esports pushing on forward. One Turkish orc taking the fight to another. As there you go, Bart finds one more.
Ooh, Ascend is on the hunt. They want to clear out this location themselves here. So the wraparound is on the go. They're not really exposing them to anybody else here. Lucarux might be able to see them for the moment. Maybe he takes a pot shot, but here's a cheeky little angle here that Kiliakai has found. He just need a few more reinforcements. He's going to take them out completely. Perfect stuff by Ascend.
And it was a good time. And here we have Brexco again, shooting from Observatory.
You're right, I'm normally upstairs painting my Warhammer, but no, I went to the pool too.
Wait, oh I thought they hadn't added mortars to competitive yet.
Well, none of the pros want it, and, well, yeah, they're... Oh my God!
He just keeps on going. I mean, in all fairness, when you're in that dip, he's like, guys, give me a nade. I got the angle down. Give me a nade. I know how to find them. Everyone is running over, or maybe they just want to do it themselves. He's like, okay, guys, so...
My turn.
Ein Unterhandgranat, and then that's all. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just trying to make an impression.
Oh
my! Welcome to Mortars. One patch earlier than its actual arrival.
Difficult. Uber looking for Quizzy. There is another man on the left though. It's Keanu. Sees him. Ooh, just hopping down behind that bush and vehicle. Shots wherever he can. Keanu tries to push up, but it's not going to be for anything. Uber finds him straight away, and now Quizzy is absolutely dead to rights here. He's got to do so much work. Nade gets charged up to good to go. Underhand on it. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, you say that, but can't allow him to get the point on through, and luckily for Navi doesn't happen either. Uber will be able to stay alive. The smokes come through just to make sure that there's no one set up on Observatory able to find an ankle somewhere. I think in other areas of the map, they wouldn't have even cared to smoke that up, having the ridge line, having the car as well, but the respect to the team set up above only makes sense that they're playing this one smart. Fate now, though, up close, pushes forward, finds Beamy, but still two more to find. Make that one.
Looking for one final knock on this. So close as far. Is able to get him through the smoke. Fairest, showing why he is a prodigy of this game. Looking brilliant for Exalt. Yeah, if they can get a cleanup on this, that's going to be fantastic for them. It's one of the teams that they will be more fearful of, considering they were coming in from the east side. Ivers actually takes down Brexco, but the trade should be there. A cleanup goes down. Kiliakai, 8 on the board for Kiliakai at the moment.
It seems to me like Vex, he just gives up. He's like, you know what, Ghost, you drive. I can't with this stupid rock, this stupid wall, and now they're getting taken down because of it.
Yeah.
I think Vex tried to drive out like 5 different times and just kept hitting the wall because of the smoke. So they deployed the smoke to play it safe. In the end, that's what got them killed.
Of course, Uber as well. Of course he does. And they're going to move here, try and steal this position away from them. And then they're going to be careful about that high ground position because Acend still has angles on this. Micah able to get things on Uber. Example finally kills off Kurexi here. He has gone down. But Acend is still putting on pressure against what seems like the rest of the lobby.
That's 17 kills now, I believe. Yep, it should be. I said that FUT could get 22. It might just be Acend who are going to be able to bring this one home. Micah able to find one more as Phil first falls. The pool buff comes through as they, I think, now should just start revving on forward. The thing is, they still have players from BBL alive, and I think that's what they're respecting. They don't want to over-aggressive.
Oh, that molly actually just barely catches. And now Example's on fire. He's going to go down. Kiliakai is able to get another one on the board here. Acend, don't give them radio tower. Don't give them this hill because they are going to convert big. Question mark is under a lot of pressure right now. Rustamar still kind of in that south position, waiting to hopefully try and upset the balance of things. Bestalosh, though, with a nade across the ravine is able to take down Chris.
Yep, finally, a little more damage done up the hillside, but the main damage dealers for this game have still yet to be dealt with. And Kiliakai and Micah, 9 kills for Kiliakai, 800 damage with it too, so a lot of kills stolen, but you know what? They don't care about that.
Nade heads over. Will it connect with anything? He's aiming for the tree. And Acend hasn't quite gone that far just yet. And the molly on towards it too here. Micah starts opening up with some shots, but he's being pushed by the blue. The barrel in hand looks to move up towards Kiliakai here to reinforce that position. And shots coming in from Rustamar. He is not AFK at all. Bestalosh goes down. Doozy will finish him off, but this is Ascend's opportunity to try and get something done whilst Chaos reigns supreme. And Kiliakai opens up on Phil first.
Second one down, but now it's a 1 versus 2. Ain't gonna be easy, but there might just be a chance for Micah to bring this one home. Issue is he's wrapping the long way around. Dante has the high ground. Adusi is there to help him. Finds the first one, though. 11 HP to work with, but Adusi saw the damage come through. He knows exactly where he has him, and just like that, back to back for question mark. This time around with 10 kills in the back.
Navi is going to follow it up really, really aggressively here. Dante on the roof at the moment, trying to overlook where Uber is currently encroaching onto territory. Bestalosh is going to charge up a nade. Actually throws that towards his teammate. Maybe it's going to bounce off towards him, but Uber actually gets taken down by Dante. Phil first on Melman. This is a bit of a disaster for Navi.
It sure is. Question mark is on one today. They've won the previous 2 matches, and they ain't done just yet. Melman gets flushed as well. Alia now kind of isolated. Does have a shotgun to work around with, but currently sat in a 1 versus 3. This is difficult, if not near impossible. But then again, shotguns tend to do magic for you.
They were keen for the fight, but it has gone completely awry here. Alia is just going to have to wait this out. Smokes it up, tries to completely stim up. But now, there's no way you get out of here. Question mark is going to take this patiently. They're going to absolutely bombard this position, this building. Even the pre-fire shots around the corner through the window, they know they've got him dead to rights.
Oh, yeah. They're going to spend some utility, making sure they can take him down. The issue is, and if you see it now, as I was talking about before, some of these forests having less cover means that teams do tend to have pretty good angles in some of the compounds, so they also know they have to be fast about it. Alia is going to be blind for at least another couple of seconds. First shot connected, not going to be enough to find the knock, and there you go. Navi instantly out of this one. Just going to chill, because they aren't quite sure how to play it moving forward. But speaking of fighting, well, here comes the A.
Earth gets pulled up on quite quickly here, and Voldemort takes down Lyron. Fast. Metabay with some more shots through. DA trying to trade back against this. Metralius is going to be able to shoot in kind against Metabay, but this is absolutely blow for blow here, and Yeppa is still coming in from the north side. They've got more guns available to them here.
Yep.
Is that going to be trying to peek up against Metralius, who is in a very, very bad spot now? Oh, perfect.
Perfectly on him, too. I think could very quickly come to bite them in the butt if they don't prove up soon.
Could be. Bestalosh, though, is fed another kill as Keanu, unfortunately for his trouble, Gets blasted down, but at the same time, the Wu is here in full force, but best of luck. He's feeling it today, man. He is absolutely feeling it. Might not be the biggest gun, might just be an AUG here, but the rest of Question Mark is pulling up to actually reinforce it. So it's only Ibby and Nixie here to try and hold off.
He is just unstoppable, finding one more as Nixie falls down now with the blue sonate locked on in. Trying to limit area as well. And just Stevie. Stevie set up here. Does manage to get the flush and a doozy, though. So
nice.
While they do go down, or at least 3 of them will, EB's able to do some damage. As you can see here, again, so many angles that these players have yet to prepare for now. With the blue coming in, we'll see if he's going to able to get the first aid off. Nope, not going to happen. Besto with a double.
But now those teams in Hosan can try and shoot at these teams coming on in. There is an opportunity here to rack up a few kill points wherever they can. The mat already goes down to Perfectix. That's one going down. Ruin goes down to Lou as well. It is difficult for all these teams to get in.
Yep, difficult, if not near impossible. As these teams currently sat inside, it's just there ready and waiting. Even the car doesn't want to be there with how it's floating around. Batoon's now jumping out, finding the flush and one. As Perfectix does go down, a bit of an off angle there for FaZe to work with. Taking out one of Twisted Minds, but they really want to deal with this. They want to clear this angle fully before having to engage in a new fight.
Another BZ trying to force Lazar into a position of uncomfortable spot, and Luke charges up a nade, throws it on through here. Another BZ goes down. He sees him in the window, goes for the jump shot here, doesn't quite connect with it, as Lou takes the big brunt of that damage. Just trying to dislodge him and get rid of him. It's going to open up this corner for them, but at the same time, the slow roller's coming on in here. Lazar gets 2! Oh my days! Will he get Spiro?
He shouldn't, but 15 HP to work with. Haven't hurt him on the other side and is allowed to get the flush on the second as well. Twisted Minds, a team that plays this game so incredibly calculated, so conservative and so smart, completely caught off guard by Lazar set around the right side of the wall there. That nade is going to be close. It's going to do damage as well, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so.
Yeah, he realizes where he is. Spiro likewise knows as well. So both working with good information here, but it looks like a lack of utility. Has to go for the smoke here, trying to maybe push him out, but Spiro through the window, through the car window, gets the cleanup. But they lost so much for that.
Yeah, they sure did. Way more casualties come through that than they would have hoped for. Engagement of that caliber. BBL now. I mean, again, this fight has been kind of not brewing. Yeah, brewing, I suppose, is a good way to put it. For a while after BBL took down Acend. BBL, well, they want to get things going. Currently sat at 13 points. They want to really pop off here in the first day, so they don't have to play too worried tomorrow.
I get what you say about the potential inaccuracy of maybe brewing or not brewing, because these two teams were slow rolling in from this west side, right? They were smart in their assessment in that getting into that city is going to be difficult. So if we kind of enter late, maybe that there's some casualties on the barrier of Hosan, and then maybe we can come in later. But hitting each other on this really causes problems. Michael cleans it all up. Acend is gone. BBL here with some big scalps taken in game 3. Yeah, you're getting a lot of... You see the big field in the middle of this pseudo... Well, it is an urban ending, but there's a big field in the middle of it as well that actually covers a lot of this circle. But here we go. The fights are going to unfold for the moment. Solo getting taken out for a moment here. Sancho goes down to Curexi. Question Mark has been finished off. So many teams in that kind of line of buildings at the front as well. Another BZ near here to be able to move forwards here. James does find a member of Solo. Beyond all of that, I mean, they jumped from roof to roof. That was the advantage of having that big vert nade. Will they be able to take him here? It goes a little far.
Blue zone nade.
Wait, yeah.
Wow. Takes a little longer for it to spread. And they're just exactly in it. Just exactly in it. Priel with his toe is being tagged, but when only one is lopped on forward, he will be able to stay put, and more importantly, actually going to be able to get Sancho back up alive as well. That is really annoying for FaZe.
Yeah, definitely so. They were hoping that would be able to get dislodged a little bit more there. If only they had any HEs to be able to deal with that. Fex actually gets blasted by a nade as well here, trying to deal with smoke wall whilst trying to dislodge Solo up towards the top. Entropiq!
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, they've been sat on this side of the circle for the whole time. They know there's no one up here.
I have to agree. I think it's smart. Trying to get out of the chaos that is going to unfold here down towards the south side of this circle. There's tons of smokes. Gustav cooking this. This could be perfect. Goes across. Oh, but the relocate here just a little bit further forward. Fex should be able to finish that off. Indeed he does. And that is going to be smoke wall done.
Yep, and there comes the Saiga in the hand of Corexia, able to take down Friel. Again, they want to deal with the entire south side, but more moving further forward. But now the only thing on the south of them is the blue, so they have to make the run on through. Sancho finds one, goes down instantly after as Danneman is able to deal with Solo. Out in 7th they go.
Holding the angles here against AfterAlt. We've been trying to transition from building to building on the southwest side, but it will be actually Michael cleaning things up here for BBL. They had the best position possible. Now up on this roof, like we were mentioning before, it's a perfect angle to exploit this entire area. All those teams are slowly going to have to push into that green, and it's another big nade for Michael. That's what I want to see. Smoke launchers coming out from BBL as well to try and cover the position that they find themselves in. Entropiq is barraging that corner of the building. There's nobody there to receive it. As another PZ, I'm gonna have.
Yes. No, go.
And they're trying to find a dislodged position wherever they can, knowing that they have to get rid of them if they want to survive further and try and get the win.
FaZe taking casualties as they try to make their way out of this city. They do still have 2 alive, and now Entropiq pushing on forward again. This angle had to be dealt with from BBL earlier, but they focused the city side instead, and therefore they're now paying the price. Entropiq still yet to take casualties. Last one is seen, and just like that, BBL taken out.
Amazing push from Entropiq here. This had to happen for them to continue this game in a strong position, and they did so. Mexi on the backside has been holding the angle while the other 3 were actually pushing on. This is great stuff from Entropiq. FUT, though, still surviving somehow against FaZe here, kind of in this trench warfare, trying to push against one another. Beanie finds Gustav. Will there be any more for their troubles? FaZe will actually take them out fully here. FUT is done, but it's going to be Entropiq up towards the north here, who is ruling the roost.
4v1, and now it's just Corexia left alive. They know exactly where they have him again. Entropiq didn't have to hurry, but Corexia ain't going down without a fight either. More points accumulated. Gustav still technically resible here, but nope, not going to happen. That's going to be Entropiq out victorious.
You've walked into the bird spider's trap, and they're gonna rawr, pounce, you know. And, okay, I know spiders don't growl, but same
this one
thing.
does.
Yeah, they definitely will if you're not careful here, Solo.
Yep, they sure do. And their fangs are bullets. We'll see how they come out. Spyro doesn't get one, but Perfectix is there.
Easy.
Spyro was the bait all along as he peeks over the top, and just like that, 2 down from Solo. Not the start they want to have here on their first Miramar of the upper bracket.
Just peeks over and is like, no, actually, wait a minute. Time to leave. At least take 1 scalp. Or at least a knock. That's a nice nade. Oh, Flu! You're going to have to get out of there. FaZe is pushing aggressive.
They have no clue that Perfectix is here, though. Perfectix missing crucial shots. Does get the knock on Perfectix, but he would have really wanted to take down James there, too. The good thing is that they get to slow FaZe down, at least just for a moment, because Spyro, as you can see, only now is coming over the ridge line to help out. He was far away from the team, but now able to regroup and get back together. James does manage to find one, gets the second one as well, as it turns on to Lou.
Spyro and Batulins looking for an opportunity here. A nade might come on through here from Batulins, but likewise, James realizes where Spyro is. Sends a nade on the way over towards that car. Does it actually go far enough? No, air burst before actually hitting the location he needs. It's going to be Batulins on the off angle here. A finish off on Lou. Do they find an opportunity here against them? I don't think they know exactly on Batulin's angle, but they do certainly know on Spiro's. Here it comes. He sees him through the grid. Actually, no, the return round. James on the 3rd. Will he get another? If James is able to do this, oh my, he has been an absolute MVP here for FaZe. What a play from James.
Yep, crucial with Fix going down and then being able to reset off of it. That's what James can do. Sometimes he gets caught off guard, caught in a situation where he shouldn't have been, and dies because of it. Other times, he swings at any player on a given server and makes them look like they've only just picked up the game. Huge 3 kills coming in from James there.
Nade's connecting on Spyro as well. Jimbo, I want him to get all 4. He's not going to get the 4th by looks of things, considering these angles.
But because they're both kind of trying to elbow each other off the hill, neither of them get to reap the reward of the high ground. And now they both have to leave. So a weird situation where now they're finally pushing. Evie runs one over. One comes in return, and now Nexi finds the second. And oh my lord, nice damage coming through from that nade as well. But once again traded. So blow for blow, these teams fight back and forth. which kind of means that neither of them really get the benefit of any of it.
Well, that's one way to break the stalemate, just battering ram your way down here. Quizzy left up on the high ground to try and get some shots. Ivers runs through a molly and gets shot.
Was he flashed?
I don't know.
But he just really wanted the points, I guess.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say that wasn't the play, but now they're out in 15th.
Yeah, they are. Moving on. FUT Esports coming down the hillside again. I mean, when you're trying to traverse south to north in this area, it's very, very difficult, especially with teams on those hillsides doing everything they can to prevent your transition on through. And FUT Esports, they try to spread out and take some control, but BME instantly punished.
I'm still a little bit flabbergasted, but here we go. Yeah, Navi trying to go fight uphill against all of this, where FUT is for the moment, as FUT has taken that fight against Yeppa. And question mark. Michael, going around the corner. Pre-fire, looks for an opportunity. He was really low. He's 1 health. I mean, they know exactly where he is at the moment. He has skilled up those Dante. Shots come through the window here. Clip goes down. Michael goes for the trade. We'll finish it off, and that is question mark. Our big winners down here for the 14th, 12th.
Huge from BBL to rag up some extra points there too. They had to move and they wanted to get that fight done with as fast as possible, and doing so without taking any casualties is very, very needed for a team who really wants to show the world that they aren't with anyone in this server.
Gets knocked here on the downswing. Alia's already down as well, and Nade connects with Example. He's only got a tree to work with, and it's not going to be enough for him. 80 takes him. That was quite swift, quite quick. Navi's just got nothing here to work with at all. They are really stuck. Uber's going to probably bail from this. I mean, yes, you could try and find an off angle against it, but there's too much firepower and angles here to work against you.
Unlucky, Corexy. Go back to the bolt to get those flushes, because AT's going to find them with the mini if you don't get them with the SLR. James, in the meantime, well, he's just continuing where he left off in the fight earlier. Finding one out of the vehicle. AfterAlt is going to fall down. Now, Molotov is coming in from the north side as well, and you'd have to imagine that James is going to hear that car coming plowing on forward as well.
And yeah, this allowing BBL to encroach so close, whilst somehow Rustamar's just knocking other players and gets knocked himself, because trying to get in from this side of the circle, going uphill, going up against some of these buildings, etc., is just absolutely treacherous. It's very difficult to make this work for BBL.
Yeah, sure is. Now with the first knock coming through, and not even from the team they were expecting it from, gonna make things any easier, and with the angles being this open from all sides, not gonna happen either. Moldog finds Spiro. Eventually Twisted Minds were gonna fall, and they do so in 11.
More shots coming in from T-Bone across this, but again, all of these angles, they're so open. Any window they peek out of here, any heel going down, need to be able to get people up fast as anything.
Yeah.
But then they're going to need to move as well.
Sure will. There you go. One falls out. Tried to bring him away in the vehicle as well, but wasn't going to happen. Remember that you can put your knock players into cars. Very convenient sometimes, but other times they just end up dying, as we saw there. So he's going to have to make the move on forward. Only one first aid left as well in phase 5, turning phase 6 damage soon. Ain't going to be easy to work with. Corexy does get the knock on 1. We'll see now if 8C is going to be able to do anything else.
The shot's going to be clear from everywhere.
He's going to hit him.
Gets him. That is perfect. What a move, considering. Oh, he's at 1 health.
He's 1 HP. Uber. Just keeping on doing Uber things.
I think, oh, well.
He's actually 1 HP.
Yeah, so it's clear that FaZe is going to clean him up here. Eventually, it feels like. But the thing is that to be able to bide your time that long, knowing that there's so much carnage going on around you.
I'm not quite sure. Imagine half the server's going to shoot at them, but not quite the case thus far. HOWL saw the rotation coming through, though, but they instantly called it. They went for it, and just like that, 3 falls. They needed to hit every shot in order to make landfall in this position. Wu had them beat. Wu got there early, but Acend won the fight regardless.
If you could see my face right now, I'm in shock. That was beautiful by Acend. The shots from the cars, but Ferris is going to say no to that move. I mean, he's alone. I don't know how he's going to be able to make this work. The rest of Exalt is far away from him. Their split is insane, and they're being fought by multiple teams. But I can't believe what I just watched by Acend. What a move.
That is
the big
huge.
move.
Again, I mean, taking matters into their own hands. The 2023 Acend that I've really come to love And I mean, with how they've been able to play so far, it's been phenomenal. Can't count them out at any point of the tournament. Now, though, with HOWL coming over, this might just be a battle too far.
Might be indeed, but Kiliakai is on an absolute rampage today. What's he up to? Ruin and Lazar are quite far away from this. They're going to send some throwables down on this Ruin. Also has a Groza. That is deadly. Got to be careful about this. As it's Chris sends the nade over. That might be good. A little short. A little short here. As Ruin will just get away with a bit of a scratch.
The fact that they might actually get all 4 alive, or back on their feet, off of having just been pushed like that, and instantly taking 2 casualties, that is...
Ascend's insane.
That's wild.
They're
playing
so
with this level of confidence. Like the fact that not only is their entire team really, really good, but when they play with we're the best team in the lobby. We don't care what they do. We'll just beat them. Mentality, it just both. To take those fights, we were always saying, you can win this. Why are you playing it passive? Why are you letting them get your compound? Now that they've kind of put just a foot in the door, they're practically unbeatable at times.
They have an aura about them, right? Like at the moment, like when I'm watching Acend moving about and stuff like that, and they're taking some of these fights. As you say, if you'd have asked me last year, do I think that they're going to win this certain fight against these top teams? I would have been like, probably not. But right now, yes, look at them. 11 on the board here in game number 4. They've been able to dislodge Ruin. He's going down. All that they've got to deal with is Lazar. And then, though, they've got to deal with the high ground threats that exist, which will be difficult. But if they can find maybe like a little divot underneath where DA is currently playing, that might be possible.
No Fate at helmet and bye-bye. As he tries to use the car for cover for as long as possible. But they have to move, and so does Team. So I think right now it's just let's just outlast our opponents in this position. Force James off that angle before we have to go. Now Brexco. That should be a dead Lazar. Oh my god, he even opened the door himself. Opens the door and it is instantly greeted. Oh, it just ain't it. And Brexco. Oh, that's a freebie. 5th kill. 13 for Acend, coming off of an 18 kill game on ERANGEL earlier. And just like that, peeks on over, double tap onto Correxy. And now, finally that fight comes to an D8. And breathe easy, knowing that they have the best position in the world with the compound to work with.
Spot through the grass. Good eyes on Gustav here. And now the bombardment begins. I don't know. I don't think they have that many nades, though, to work with. They've been fighting tooth and nail against a lot of these teams. A few mollies here and there, a few flashes, but not many HEs by the looks of things. So once they crest this hill, it's going to be guns a-blazing. And then DA, I think they're going to look to clean up the scraps after this.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how fast this one comes to an end, we'll have to wait and see. Ace finds 1, finds 2. That's Kiliakai. Chris with 1 apiece. You can see instantly they look towards DA. Even though they know there are still FaZe Clan players alive up above, they instantly swing towards DA because they know that they're going to react off of this. 15 kills and counting for the 4-man alive Ascend as they find kill number 16. No, actually, Blue gets the better of that one. So 2 teams left alive. DA against Ascend. Right now, my money is on Ascend, given how they've played so far. But Lyron being able to shift out onto that rock might just be the winning play for them.
Exactly. I'm wondering if they actually have eyes on that. But you can probably imagine it, especially now with Komarko actually opening up the procedure, as they should have a lot of good information. Yeah, Lyron finishes that off as well. Now Brexco knows exactly where Lyron is, if they didn't know it before, which they should have done. And a few nades will hurtle towards them here. But DA should have the cards here to be able to deal the winning hand.
The smoke wall is there. The push is through. You saw Killer guys, literally no utility left. Mika knows that there's going to be players out on that rock. Want to try and prevent them from granting any vision. Want to prevent them from peeking for as long as they can while they try and wrap on further forward in the middle of the open. Marco is the one holding the flank angle, trying to prevent this push to come through, but it has come through already. Marco, though, spots the first one and takes down Chris.
Big stuff from Komarko. Just the full cleanup now. Kiliakai really caught in the middle of nowhere, and that will be it. Pocket aces for Digital Athletics. They're able to get it done.
Yeah, and you can't really wrap around the east side either because you're going to be going straight into FaZe in that open hillside too. So you have to commit to this fight. I mean, you're better off here taking a 3v4 than trying to battle through on the other side. Now Hewitt falls down as well. Marco really needs to land amazing shots, hopefully finding 2 knocks and doing so as well, because right now this is looking like DA is going to pull in 15.
All right, well, Cole Marco, the last vestige. What can he actually do against this? Actually hits Phil first. That's a good start for him. But there's not much more that's playable here. So he's going to have to retreat back to the back line of this. Gustav even steals that away from him anyway. So that's not a point going towards Code Marco.
Ain't necessarily the worst situation, though. If FaZe comes up and helps out, forces question marks to look the other way, I don't think there's a chance for him to get Metralius back alive, but yeah, nope, he's going to go down, but maybe he's going to be able to get out of there. As I say that, the entirety of FaZe starts shooting at Komako, so he's in trouble. And he's dead. I think he should be able to do just that, but does Kilyakai get spotted by James and the other way around as well? At least he hears him, but James caught completely off guard. As Kilyakai finds the first. Finds the second as well.
Kilyakai? A little bit monster mode there for a moment, but will get shut down. The big game hunter in Gustav is able to take him to get them to where they needed to be, because they were in a really rough spot before all of that. HOWL starts opening things up against Navi again. Uber is trying to skirt around the edge here and actually will hit Ruin. Uber, man, he's on fire today. Why did I take him off my team? Well, Lazar, and he's gone! Uber, all over the place. Whoa!
Able to rack up even more points from Navi, hunting down that top 3 position, just 10 points behind FaZe currently. And Yeppa, well, don't have a whole lot of cover to work with, but that vehicle is going to do enough for them to not have to worry from behind. But here comes the nades in from both sides, and Batulins and Lou finding one apiece.
Very nice by Twisted Minds. And Yeppa actually finding some cheeky angles on them, but it's not going to be enough. Great stuff, actually shut down completely. Ivers was able to pick up a bit of that up too. So now Entropiq actually has got not too bad a compound. Exalt getting absolutely slammed here against all of these nades coming on. BBL just trying to do some big damage against them. Molodok goes down as well. That'll be a finish off on someone. No, actually, behind the something.
Michael doesn't have a helmet or vest, and yet he's just going full aggro mode. I like it. Finds one more knock now as well. Not sure what Exalt was expecting. I mean, everyone knew where they were once they started shooting at the midair, and they've just kind of thrown it down in a dip. Now they're getting help from up above as Lookerbrooks is able to take out Michael on approach, and now, I mean, FaZe, they're just enjoying all of this. Oh, a third player opportunity. We'll take that for free. Sure.
Moving on around here, but unless they open themselves up to an angle on Entropiq, they do have to be a bit careful. That is the one threat that could rear its head against them. But never mind, it'll be Smash that rears his head. Just peeking over the hill here. Taking out Kurexi. Saw where the extra member was, and it was Gustav, as he threw a few throwables that way. Twisted Minds is now gone off the back of this. Rustamar looking for effects in the distance, but finds himself Gustav, and that's a molly. One of the mollies of all time.
To the angle. It's so difficult to really peek it, probably, when you have AfterAlt on one side and Entropiq on the other. It's not a whole lot of space to work with, and I'm not sure. Does he commit to the rest here? That'd be pretty ballsy.
AfterAlt's making big plays here. They're moving into the middle. They realize that they can have some prime real estate. And if they're trying to start forcing some of these teams to fight each other, then they can control this game. And it'll be a big one if they do. They've got 13 points at the moment on the board. Wait for it to go. Here's that off angle that might pay dividends for Entropiq. But Nox Vex. Is there a steal available? Doesn't look like it on that line of sight. It'll be Ayin and Clem all over the place here. I was scared of how much room they've given Mexi here, but he's going to peek up. This is very aggressive. You've got to be very careful here about this. He used the smoke to block the line of sight. That's a lot of utility they have available to them, though. This might give Ayin a good opportunity to peek across. And actually, Lookerux takes him down. It's 3v3 for the moment. The orb comes in. Hibako hits Lookerux. 2v3 now with AfterAlt with the advantage.
Yeah, Hibako finds one, Deneman finds the last as well. Simply too many angles for Entropiq to cover. It was a battle of patience, and in the end, AfterAlt, despite playing a little too slow for my liking, do come out victorious. This is suboptimal. No matter how they... Did you just say pew pew?
No, I just heard a pew pew. I don't know where it came from. I feel like Martin pressed a button on Discord or something.
I'm not sure. In any case, he got us good, so kudos to you. Nate comes through as EB takes 174 damage. Not a whole lot he can do from that position. Hit by a former teammate in James. Nate got himself, lops one over, and I don't think FaZe is going to stop this push anytime soon. Keanu, though, seen, heard, taken down. ahead of them, which is now trying to regroup. Issue is with them being positioned in the middle of it. It's going to make things really hard, especially with Acend in the top two. But Kazoo able to find the first one. Rostenmar down, but Smash instantly there to respond.
Not too bad a start for this fight as Kazoo. Ooh, that nade. Oh, catching just a little bit. Here comes the second one. Gonna have to relocate off the back of it. 39. Smash is lethal with these things, but not lethal enough. Kazoo somehow gets on out of there. They have bailed well, considering that I thought they were going to go down.
So a difficult area to kind of try and traverse through. And I think Michael's now realizing that, wait, we are completely pinned down here between multiple teams.
Yeah, Ascend's going to look for cleanup on this, aren't they? I mean, this is just a proper mop-up situation afterwards. As we have a bit of a big fight going on over here as well. Howl and Solo going blow for blow. A nade pops over with the flash to try and blind them in the position that they're in, because they are really, really hurting right now. Another nade from Schofield. He's going to have to somehow salvage all of this, while Sussid is on an off angle and could quite easily lay in the last few shots against the position that they're in. Just heal up fully, try and pop on over. Schofield's looking for the res. It's bold, and Sussid instantly shuts it down.
Yep, who gets to stay alive here? It's going to be Howl. Plenty of points coming through. At least one res should be possible. I'm not seeing FaZe fully commit to the push on them right now, so they might be able to get 2 players up. That will be huge for Howl here.
Schofield straight away. We were talking about his good shots earlier, and he doesn't disappoint in the return, as we now have them trying to push in, but FaZe is going to be a big barrier for them off the end of it. BBL's done. Uber's been terrifying today as well. Lies down. I think he's leaving himself a bit vulnerable here. Shots against him. Yeah, I mean, Hurt found him. Metralius as well in the distance. And eventually, actually, they're being picked off by Exalt from distance as well here. It's only Artix who's just trying to cause some problems, but Digital Athletics will finish them off. Artix is still being annoying. What a pest.
From inside a shack in what's about to be the blue. That is the worst place in the world to get shot from, but down he goes as DA takes more casualties, and after all, they're able to rack up some points here too and trying to fend off against Yeppa, but look what's up there to steal at least one away.
Then once they do, again, that crunch down. I'm still surprised the Woo's alive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they've been able to sit tight in the center for a while, have fights unfold around them without having to fully commit to any of them. And now, Twisted Minds trying to stay put in this one too. Luke does fall, had the P90 in hand, beast of a weapon up close, but not much to do with it if you're just gonna get naded anyway.
Laying down the smoke wall here between them. A nice move up here from AfterAlt, and a nice dealing with the problem that was Twisted Minds. I was asking what was the solution going to be. The solution, though, almost Spiro gets the 2 knocks. Can we get the pickups going quickly here for them? They were doing so well, and then Spiro just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, good thing for them is there's not really anyone in a position to punish them, so they should be able to get the reses up. Despite it looking very dangerous just before. Marco does get found by Beamy, as FUT Esports able to rag up one more, but instantly they're going to have to fall back as well. As you can see, the angles here up towards that hillside so incredibly open. It's so hard for them to really make use of.
Yeah, it's like a trough that comes all the way down from that hill, which, yeah, I mean, taking out Beamy as well here as he's trying to heal things up. Actually, a very big split here by Lyran as well as Hearth to try and just control whatever they can and maybe slowly sneak on in against it. When it comes to the circle, Vex is getting very close to Lazar here, and Ruin goes for the nade. That's a 55, but he already takes out.
Well, this time round, swings up, finds Ruin, able to jump back into hiding.
Yeah, he's coming in. Chris in a split situation from his team. This is a good push-up by a question mark called Achillea Kai straight away. With the angle is able to keep trading against it. P90 in hand. Danimon, though, going to push up against FUT here. Oh, brilliant shots coming in from this, but it's not going to be enough. DA will clean him up from the distance, and actually everything goes down there in the trough.
Yeah, the entire East just falls apart as we eliminate team after team, and now it's just DA left alive to try and make the final run up this hillside, up in the direction of Acend, who had control, I should say, over the compound, but question mark, with the downfall of Chris, has been able to make landfall.
I think FaZe is laughing, mate. I think they're going to end up in first place here if they continue on with this high ground, if they can keep controlling it and move forwards. This is a brilliant opportunity for them to get a win on a board if things keep going their way, with 4 still alive.
FaZe now knows that not only do they have that entire plateau under control, but there's players coming from down there.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty difficult for them to group up here.
You're correct, he didn't give up the angle as well, so Quizzy's going to go down quickly. As Bestalosh, this is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to these warehouses. The fact that you can get up on the roof as well, never mind that second story. So it is problematic. Trying to aim up like this is hard, and Kiliakai is exploiting that. Jumps on down here. Don't know about that one, but I guess, again, time was against them.
Well, had to get down eventually. Dante, though, is there to deal with the both of them. Solid play coming through, and now with 1 knock going over the top, make that 2 knocks actually onto FaZe Clan. Entropiq might just be able to make a play here. 1 is up top, and now with Mexi wrapping around, nail up. The right timing of this
What
one,
a molly!
I'm not sure, but the mollies come through and find the double.
What a molly! On towards a former team as well, Mexi. Oh my, getting huge damage here against FaZe. Gustav, though, able to get nail up. Gustav going to be cooking one of the nades as well. Trying to hit on forwards. Mexi going to be peeking across, but that's going to be it. And question mark gets...
No! He got him with a nade!
Yes! Question mark gets the win off the utility, killing everybody.